So these are a few extra examples of solving triangles. This goes with my lesson video where I talked about significant digits and then solving these. So I'm going to be taking these two situations and just running through how to solve them. They're a little bit different, so I just wanted to make sure you guys had a few extra examples. Okay, so starting with A here. So I've got the right triangle pictured, and I know one angle and I know one side. So I'm actually just going to fill that in for myself. So this is 18.5, and then this angle here, this is 28.3 degrees. Okay, and so now I have to find all the other missing sides. Okay, so when possible, you want to leverage this information as much as you can. So where we're going to start is we're going to use sine of A equals A over C. So notice what this does. This allows me to use the given angle and then to use C, and this is going to get me like my most accurate A, little a, that I can. So I'll go ahead and I'll plug this in, 28.3 degrees, and then this is going to equal A over 18.5. So this means that A is going to equal 18.5 times sine of 28.3 degrees. And so then if I multiply those together, I will get A equals 8.77. Now, I made an error. Or did I? Okay, so remember, we're talking about significant digits. So I've got 1, 2, 3 significant digits. So it's not about the number of decimal places. It's about the number of significant digits. I have 3 significant digits here. This is still 3 significant digits. So this is actually okay, what I have here. So just make sure that you're paying attention to significant digits. I'm going to write that 8.77 up here, and let's clear some space and keep going. Okay, so now I have to find B, and you might be thinking, oh, I can use the Pythagorean theorem to do that. The best practice here is to, I don't want to use the Pythagorean theorem if I don't have to, because I calculated this 8.77, and I'd rather try to leverage the information that I have. So the other way that I could find B would be to take cosine of A, which I know is going to be B over C, and then this allows me to leverage my given information. So that's really the best practice here. So I'm going to take cosine of 28.3 degrees, and this is going to equal B over 18.5. So my B is equal to 18.5 times cosine of 28.3 degrees. So that equals, let's see, 16.3. Okay, and so again, that's my 3 significant digits, so I'll go ahead and mark that here, 16.3. And so now we have almost everything. I don't know what angle B is, but I can figure that out now pretty simply by just taking 90 degrees minus the 28.3 degrees. And so that equals 61, yep, I can't write, 61.7 degrees, and so there you go. Okay, and so for B here, so this is a little bit different. So now we just have 2 sides. So I'm going to go ahead and just label these to make my life easier. So this is 85 meters, and this is 112 meters. I'll put the M there so I don't forget. Okay, so in this case, the only way you can actually really figure out A will be using the Pythagorean theorem, but I'll convince you of that a little bit more in a second. So one thing I can easily figure out with the information I was given, I can figure out, let's see, I've got the adjacent side, and like when I think about A, I've got the adjacent side, and then I've got the hypotenuse. So that's cosine. So cosine of A is going to be B over C. So I do have enough information to like fill this little ratio in. So I have 85 over 112. So to solve this, I just have to take inverse cosine of this. So I get A is going to be equal to, really, we'll round this up to 41 degrees. So notice that the least amount of significant digits I have in this case is, so I have 2 significant digits here, so I'm just going to round this up to the nearest degree in that case. Okay, so my A, let's see, I'll just note that. I'll note that over here. A is 41 degrees. Okay, and so now I need to figure out B, and then I need to figure out little a. So the only way you can figure out little a, like I was saying, is the Pythagorean theorem. So let's just go ahead and set that up. So I've got a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So my a is going to be equal to 112 squared minus 85 squared. So that's going to equal, let's round that up to 73 meters. Again, thinking about our sig figs. And then finally, to get that last side of b, so I can just do this subtraction to get 49 degrees. And so then that's it. So now I've solved for all of the sides. And so that brings us to the end of this one. So that was just a few more examples in case you needed it. So consider liking this video if you found this helpful. And then otherwise, I will talk to you guys in another video.